Hello, good morning. My name is Lastari Darusudela Manik. Today I will explain the topic of how to be a good learner. First of all, I will explain about the contents. The content number one, why is difficult to describe a good learner? Number two, how important is the student's motivation? Number three, who is responsible for learning? Number four, what characteristics do good classroom learners share? Number five, what's special about teaching adults? Number six, what are the different levels? Number seven, how should we teach the different levels? Number eight, conclusions. Number nine, looking ahead. I will explain the first part, which is why it's difficult to describe a good learner. Describing what makes a good learner can be challenging due to various factors that come into play. Factors such as learner's background, past learning experience, motivation, and individual personalities all contribute to shaping their learning abilities. Each student is unique, bringing a distinct set of characteristics and preferences to the classroom, making it difficult to generalize what defines a good learner. Number two, how important is it difficult to describe a good learner? Student motivation is crucial in the learning process as it significantly impacts academic performance and engagement. Motivated students can be more persistent, focused, and enthusiastic about learning, leading to better comprehension and retention of material. Strong motivation can enhance student involvement in learning activities and accelerate the learning process. Therefore, fostering and maintaining student motivation is essential for achieving optional learning outcomes. Number three, who is responsible for learning? Every individual is responsible for their own learning. While teachers play a crucial role in providing guidance and educational resources, students also have responsibility to actively engage in the learning process. Independence in learning, intrinsic motivation, and a commitment to self-improvement are key factors that determine learning success. Therefore, effective learning involves a collaborative effort between teacher and student, where students take an active role in the learning process. Number four, what characteristics do good classroom learners share? There are five characteristics, namely, first, willingness to listen. Good learners actively listen to the teacher and their peers, absorbing information with eagerness and intelligence. Number two, willingness to experiment. Successful learners are not afraid to try new things, take risks, and experiment with the language they are learning. Number three, willingness to ask questions. Good learners are curious and not hesitant to ask questions to clarify their understanding and deepen their knowledge. Number four, willingness to think about how to learn. Successful learners are proactive in developing their study skills and strategies, such as organizing vocabulary, reading technique, and writing practice. Number five, what's special about teaching adults? Here there are six special about teaching adults, namely, number one, life experience. Adults bring a wealth of life experience into the classroom, which can enrich discussion and provide reward context to learning material. Number two, motivation. Adults often have a clear understanding of why they are learning and are motivated by personal or professional goals, which can drive their commitment to the learning process. Number three, attention span. Adults typically have longer attention span than children and adults can, allowing for more in-depth and focused learning experience. Number four, cooperation. Adults are more likely to cooperate and actively participate in learning activities. leading to a more collaborative and engaging classroom environment. Number 5. Autonomy. Adults prefer to have a say in their learning process and appreciate being treated as independent learners who can make decisions about their learning path. Number 6. Balancing seriousness and enjoyment. While adults appreciate a serious approach to learning, they may also benefit from engaging and enjoyable activities that facilitate learning without being patronizing. Number 6. What are the different levels? There are 3 points. Number 1. Beginner. Students at the beginner level have little to no knowledge of the language and are just starting their language learning journey. Their regular instruction focus on basic vocabulary, grammar, and communication skills. Number 2. Intermediate. Intermediate students have a foundational understanding of the language and can communicate in simple ways. They need instruction that builds on their existing knowledge and help them develop more complex language skills. Number 3. Advanced. Advanced students have a high level of proficiency in the language and can engage in more sophisticated communication. Instruction for advanced students focus on refining language skills, expanding vocabulary, and developing fluency and accuracy. Number 7. How should we teach the different levels? Teaching at different levels should be tailored to the needs and abilities of the students. For beginner level, focus on simple language and activities that support basic understanding. While for the advanced level, pay attention to the development of more complex skills and the use of language with more substance. It is important to choose activities that match the student's ability level and provide appropriate challenge to encourage their development. Next, conclusion. It can be concluded that this material is teaching English language learner at different proficiency level requires an approach tailored to their needs, abilities, and motivations. By understanding the characteristics of learner at its level, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, teacher can provide effective support and guidance. Using various teaching strategies and creating a supportive learning environment, educators can empower students to take charge of their learning journey and achieve their language learning goals. The last looking ahead. In chapter 6 to 10, the intended student level, elementary, intermediate, advanced for its activity will be suggested. Chapter 12 on lesson planning will draw together many of the issues about matching activity to the appropriate age group or level made in the chapter. However good or bad the students, the teacher need to manage the classroom both in terms of his or her own presence and in the way the classroom is physically organized. That is what we'll look at in the next chapter. Okay, that's all for my presentation today. If there are any mistakes, please forgive. Thank you for your attention. See you.